I think this is on. I don't know. I hit something, and for all I know, it's not running, but it could be. All right. Let's see if I can get around here. Of course, this won't start until I'm actually in place, but. Oh, really? I mean, come on. Am I here? I thought I'd try a different location, but since I've never really been in this location, I don't know what the camera's doing. Since I don't have a cameraman to say, alright, we're cutting your head off, or we're whatever, then, well, this is just nonsense then. I am here because it's April, and April has always traditionally been the month that I released records, or cassettes, or CDs. And 33 years ago, this very month, my first record was released. Now, it wasn't released like things are today. I did not have a distributor. It was me driving around Boston. I'll just take these things off. Boston and the burbs, setting up consignment agreements with a variety of record stores that did such things like Rocket Records, Popcorn, which is long gone, and so is Rocket, and the Music Box, they're gone, and probably everybody else is gone. But excuse me. Thank you. So that was April of 1983, and onward and upward from there. Keeping in with that tradition, every spring I'd put out a new record up to a point where the stall came with working in Gloucester until we as in Ed and I created stuff that was, worth putting out beyond just sending demos to record companies or agents and managers, which is, I'll tell you, I don't know if anyone still does that, but it's really the equivalent of a message in a bottle. It's like putting your demo and throwing it into the ocean and hoping it eventually arrives at someone's island that understands and hears and can go, wow, these guys are great. Crap, they didn't put any contact information. So remember, whatever you do, always have your contact information on your demo or on your CDs so that Clive Davis happens to get a copy and thinks you're great, he can contact you. And he doesn't have to go, oh. I heard of one guy that happened to. I was at a meeting, rather a conference, and he was speaking. He was saying it was like the most heartbreaking thing because he heard this song on a cassette. It's back in the cassette days, so it was like the 80s or early 90s. And he said it was a great song. He knew it would be a hit. And the jewel case gets lost, so forget the jewel case being where you should keep your contact should always be on the cassette. Phone number, today an email address, whatever. And he looked at the tape and it had nothing other than the name of the song. Nothing. No contact, nothing. He couldn't do a thing with this song that he thought was, earmarked, just had hit written all over it. He'd ended up in his trash can because he couldn't contact the people. Now that's tragic. That is just heartbreaking tragedy. Even if you're not the guy it happened to, I just go, oh my God. I'll tell you, that spooked me into making darn sure everything I sent to everybody had my contact information on it. But no, April's been, when I started releasing things again in late 89, well, it was late 90, really. Okay, so that was mail order. In April of 91 came out the first EP on cassette. Then 92 was another, 93 and 94 in a row. And it was all in April. 95 was when everything fell apart, but I still recorded with Kenny. 96, the 97 I got the idea of the live album, and I went up to New Hampshire because I had a housemate living with me and I just wanted to get away, and I took several live tapes with me that had been done over the years from Grover's and from the channel, listened to all the tracks and wrote down what ones I thought were worth putting out. Ended up with, I think, 6 tracks. And then I went to Kenny's at Mixed Emotions, and we made the edit to digital audio tape, DAT. Again, I'm not even sure if that's in use anymore, but there's this high-end digital audio tape. It almost sounds like a, excuse me, contradiction, digital audio tape. How can you have digital tape? But anyway, that's what it was called, DAT. Called DAT, they called it DAT, that thing over there, yeah. So, and then on and on and on. Basically, end of March, April's been the month for stuff. So I'm celebrating that online and Twitter and Facebook. And on March 25th, I put the entire album, All That's Left Is All That Remains, on SoundCloud, so folks can listen to it for free. And then when that runs its course for a month, I'll take that down and then put up Born at Night for a month, and then I don't know. Yeah, I'm working on the 3rd book of poetry. I've got 45 already in there. Usually I do 60, but I'm going to keep going. I'm not even partially through this particular notebook. And I'm just going to keep going, and maybe I'll get 100 or 120. I don't know. We'll see. If I have to go into another notebook to even it up. I like even things, so we'll see. But that's what I'm working on artistically now. And other than that, it's just life. It's like trying to find a contractor that'll fix my bathroom floor, and no one seems to want to do the work. And gotta hook up with a dentist because my teeth are absolutely disastrous. And what else? I got a nice big zit for my 56th birthday, which went away, but never quite enough, so I'm permanently disfigured. And the AC suddenly decides not to work. Well, of course, it's an inanimate object. It didn't decide to do anything. That's a anthropomorphic thing that people do. So the car won't start, but the car is not deciding not to start or not. It just mechanically isn't working, So my AC is mechanically not working. They will come on Monday. Of course, I have to call them at 8 in the friggin' morning. I might as well not sleep. Because that's just, I don't get to bed till 5:36, so what, that'd be a 2-hour nap, if that. And that's just to call them to get the guy to come down, because he said if I make an appointment, it's XXX an hour, okay? But if I call and say, oh, come down now, and they come down, then it's $59 special. So at least, thankfully, he told me that. So, that's my life. Yay. Hope you're doing fine. Enjoy April, May, June, whatever it is. Talk to you later.